Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blue Ridge Furfare's annual Meet the Guest of Honor panel. Our guest of honor this year, as you know, is Rhys. Rhys won
Hi.
the. Hey, Rhys. How you doing tonight?
I'm alright. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. It's good to be here. Rhys won the Throwdown last year, which was a contest we had very similar to the Anthro Artist Olympics. It involved a lot of 10-minute prompt writing challenges, and Rhys came out on top. Got to be our guest of honor this year. Very much unexpected. Our guest of honor for 2022 is Remy Wolf, but we needed to get somebody that we knew was really talented, really worthy of this honor to fill in for our virtual convention. And here we go, somebody local. So,
Not as local as you seem to think, though.
not as local.
I'm Raleigh. You say I'm Asheville, but no.
Oh, I thought you were from Asheville.
Nope.
So, structure of the Meet the Guest of Honor panel, we will be starting out with questions that I have for Rhys. We'll be playing a little game of this or that. And then afterwards, we'll be moving on to Q&A with the audience. So if you have questions you'd like to ask Rhys about the world of furry, about art creation, about just anything else, I'll pick out some good ones. So, Rhys, what exactly is your origin story? Where did you come from?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I came from either, but
No, seriously, I have no clue.
no clue.
Yeah, I've moved too many times.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know where I'm from. I don't know. I am from the void. I exist.
So you spent a lot of time moving around growing up.
Yeah, my origin story is plains.
It's plain. Yeah. How long you been in Asheville or whatever mysterious location?
I moved here freshman year of high school, so it's coming on 3 years.
Some 3 years now. You've been in Raleigh, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nice. Raleigh, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the earliest art you can ever remember in this this entire lifespan of moving all over the place, just everywhere? What's your first recollection of actually making art in general?
Yesterday. My mom says that I've literally been drawing since I could pick up a pencil though, so it's a little bit difficult when that comes around since I've pretty much been drawing cats since a year and a half.
It started with cats.
Yep.
Cats
Unfortunately.
all over the place.
A very specific white one that had way too many teeth.
Way too many teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Wow. So, have you ever had any sort of training in visual arts, or were you just sort of randomly blessed by an alignment of celestial deities to have this skill? As somebody who's not particularly inclined to the visual arts myself, I'm a huge fan of them, but it eludes me how you manage to do what you do, and especially in the time frame that you do. It's just watching the Anthro Artist Olympics or all these other panels. It's just amazing. Do you have any sort of formal training that backs that up?
Yes and no. So I find art classes just completely boring. They're just boring. But I've had formal training in 4 different countries. From I don't even remember from where, but and I'm currently a student at SCAD, so it's like I'm trying desperately to get some sort of grip on it, but the majority I just doodle around and mess around with things until it looks good. So, yep.
Wow. You said you had sort of a training from 4 different countries?
Mhm.
Is that all online?
No, in person.
Oh, so you really you really have been all around the world.
Yep.
Well, how far what's the farthest place from America that you've lived?
But that depends which side of the globe.
So,
Well,
far,
yeah,
far out.
I am from the
Awesome.
depths of the ocean. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's just that's not really a question I can answer, so
Oh, okay. Well, from the depths of the
mm.
ocean, you have um, training in 4 different locations. What animation would you say? We talked a little bit earlier about sort of where you're going in your artist life, and I know that there's a deal of animation in there, something you'd like to get really skilled at doing, and I think you're definitely an amazing candidate for that. Is there like animation that really influenced you growing up that you feel is sort of injected in your style?
Uh, Not really. Just, like, a mix of a lot of just different things that I picked up on, playing plates. Just generally what's influenced is just seeing things move and see, um what's the word I'm looking for? Roundabout way, okay. Seeing things move and seeing, like, how you can express through the medium. So, yeah, like, just being able to actually speak through the work and get people to react in the way that you want to, because words don't often work the way I want them to. I'm not able to express myself in any way really but art, so, um, that is kinda
Right, right. I think that's an amazing thing about art and animation. Um, I relate to that a lot with writing. I think anybody can relate to that with the type of art that they're trying to express themselves through. It's this nonverbal medium that you have a very unique way of expressing yourself through that you just can't otherwise. Um, pretty excited to see where your animation goes in that sense. That's really exciting. I know that there is some animation up on your Twitter that everyone can check out.
yeah,
Um,
I don't
we
do a lot.
don't have it queued up. I have a loss of audio. Is anybody else reporting a loss of audio? Chat, or is it just one person? Not me. Okay, I guess we still have audio for the most part. No audio loss. Okay. Um. So factoring all this in as we are back to our regularly scheduled program, factoring all this in, where does furry fit into this historically? Like, when did your love of like drawing cats and creating all this art, taking these classes as you did, when did furries come into that picture?
Square one, literally. I was a furry before I even knew it.
I
Yeah,
love
autistic
that answer.
brain was just like the autistic brain was just like, "Hey, let's see if we can shove furries into everything." The amount of report cards and stuff, like notes that my mom has and has received that's like, "Okay, hey, your kid keeps doing random stuff where they're inserting random things that they shouldn't be into their projects." I don't know where that came from.
How can we make this about furry? There must be a way to make it about anthro animals.
Humans are weird.
Humans are very weird. Hmm. Only panel this weekend where I'm appearing as a human. um. Okay, so for you say you like been inserting furry into like your art forever, but like, what was your first persona or OC character, whatever you want to call it, that you ever created for yourself?
That white cat with too many teeth.
White cat with too many teeth.
Yep.
Is there still a part of you in that character?
Oh yeah, he's stayed with me for my entire life. He's almost 16 years old now, I think, and he's a very, very big part of me. So,
Wow.
he may not be
Amazing.
my persona anymore, but he's. I don't think he's ever been like the main anyway. He's just been like a good medium for here's this here
Right.
a thing to express through vessel. Vessel's the word I'm looking for.
That's really cool that at such a young age you were able to identify that through character. I mean, my first persona was 15 years old. You know, it seems amazing to a lot of people to think about someone having a persona their whole life, but it's definitely out there, and they're sort of forever when you have them that way, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
How many personas did you... Now, that's quite a question because I've seen a lot of your characters. There's like 5 or 6 that I've seen. How many did you go on to create since then that you actually call personas or OCs?
Let's see. Toy House. Okay, so we've got Apollo, who's my main Sona. He's been around since I moved here, actually, and he's kind of one of the only all-encompassing characters that I have. He's my only Sona, technically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's getting a suit soon too, which is amazing, because I have Clear, who's my husky sort of character. He's just more of a gamer kind of character. Like I just got recently. I have Atlas Lazarus, who's a white cat with too many teeth, and and Rain. But those are the only characters that I even call Sonas through. But it's just because they represent parts of me, I guess. So. Right.
Would you say that they all kind of represent you in a different way?
Different parts or emotions. So,
wow, okay.
I have a little seal character that I absolutely adore and was made by a friend, but like they represent the sort of emotion that's just pure childlike joy, I guess, like wonder and everything. And I think that's kind of special with the way that you make characters and everything. There's just so much put into them with just memory and personality. So
yeah, definitely agree. It's remarkable how many personas that you're able to keep track of, and they represent those different emotions, those different parts of you. So that sort of ties into my next question that I had written in advance. What is your personal relationship to your personas? Are they OCs, personal avatars, quasi-sacred animal constructs, or just really pretty animal people? You know, it's kind of different for everybody, and I guess you're suggesting that there's sort of a elemental representation of different parts of yourself.
Yeah, I classify everything really, really down to just small pinpoints, but Apollo is my Sona. He represents all of me in every part of the way. So he just exists, just as I do.
So that's sort of like Apollo would be like the quintessential image of Rhys.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
I have some screen caps of drawovers and things. I put a piece of art of him on there just beside the a picture of me, and it's pretty much the same.
Wow, that's awesome. This is a really cool character too. I loved seeing Apollo drawn last night in the Anthro Olympics. And you're able to submit Apollo tonight if you want, but you're primarily in the next panel drawing. So
I'd rather not submit him for that. So.
Outside of Blue Ridge Furfare, what sort of projects that you can disclose should we expect from you down the line?
Let's see. I actually have no idea. So I work with a game company, so I do graphics for game stuff. Of course, I do for stuff for work like WNC. I do a little bit of stuff for MCAS here and there. I do stuff for my school's AP project stuff, so that's a lot of physical murals and physical art there. I do generally a lot of charity work, so it's a lot of the pieces I do are for them, but I don't usually post those. Generally, what I'm kind of excited to see if I can work on the next year and a half or sort of is just my own personal lore building. So
wow,
I kind of want to just double down on my world that I've been building for a long time and just completely flesh it out and share it with people, because it's what I've resided in, and it's my safe haven, so maybe it'll be some of comfort to everybody else.
So, for everybody in the audience, this lore world that you're talking about, is it sort of a universe where all of your characters exist, or is this a sort of universe that you've come up with that tells a story? What is it exactly?
Basically both. My characters do exist in there, but they're very minor parts of it. But yeah, just being ripped up from almost every place I've ever called home. This is just home that I've built. So, it's just very, very deep and full of fluffy critters.
To our Twitch audience, is the slideshow working? For me, it's been on the same slide for like 30 minutes, but
same here. I don't think it's
I think we can get that working again. We'll tinker with it. So
you guys have been seeing a piece from 2018.
Oh, there it's moving. It's moving again. All right. Now you can see all of Rhys's amazing art actually in motion here. It's quite incredible. I went through and actually sort of collected different pieces.
I can't believe I pulled out everything like from 2018.
It goes back to 2018.
Like that piece right there.
But the best place that you can follow Rhys is on Twitter. Seems to be your most preferred medium. What is your one there? Astral Plants?
Yeah, it's Astral Plants literally everywhere. Except for Discord, of course, but
Rhys, can you hear me? We seem to be frozen. Or at least Rhys's camera is frozen for me.
That worked. Aha! He is gone. Ooga booga. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hopefully that didn't ruin our layout for anybody behind the scenes.
No, it's good. It's good.
Computer just sort of died. Anyway, Twitter. Where can we find you on Twitter if you haven't answered that already?
Just at Astral Plants. Like, that's pretty much my handle literally everywhere but Discord, so.
Okay, cool. Awesome sauce. This world that you're building, lore world, are you planning on expressing it perhaps through a comic or just sort of through different mediums through animation? What do you see for it in the future?
It's kind of everywhere, but I don't specifically think that it's going to be like specifically featured in certain things, but parts of it you'll be able to see in like some of my works. So here and there you can see like the logo. Kitty, why do you want in? Just gotta push the door open.
That's pretty intriguing, gotta say. Love a good lore verse.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let the cat in because she wants it.
Okay, we'll bring the cat in.
Go in.
When we returns, we will be answering the most important question on the list. Is cake better than pie?
She's decided to completely ignore us anyway.
Welcome back. So,
I didn't know the video went off. Okay.
my last question for you that I have is cake or pie better? We must resolve this.
Neither. They both suck.
They both suck. I never. Well, AMR says cake is better than pie.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
The only acceptable flavors of pie are apple pie and pumpkin pie, and even those apple pie you can get a strudel. Cake and anything you can get in ice cream cake, you can get in sorbets, you can get in literally everything cake flavored. You can get, like, cake. The only thing good about cake is red velvet cake and cheesecake, but cheesecake is technically both a mix and a pie and a whole thing itself. So, and then you've also got strudels. So strudels are a whole thing as well in that. So,
Oh my word!
So
I see you've given this a lot of thought.
Yeah, a day and a half of it. Strudels aren't the ultimate superiority because in strudels you have just the mix of combination of pie and cake. So.
Oh my god. We have a cat tail.
Yep. She likes my desk.
That was annoying.
She turned my camera off again, didn't she?
The cat turned the camera off. Oh my word.
Yeah, thankfully the other one doesn't like to be in here, so.
I think the theme is cats tonight. Alright. We're gonna play a rapid fire game of this or that next. Are you ready, Rhys?
Yes.
Dog or cat?
Neither.
That doesn't count.
It'll count if I want it to, so.
Well, fine. Maybe we'll count that. Netflix or YouTube?
Hulu.
Must you be so subversive? Fine. We'll move along. Music or podcasts?
Music here.
Pedal or Aster?
Pester.
Oh, Aster. Okay.
No, Pester.
Pester.
Yeah.
Combo.
Have you not seen my Telegram username?
I haven't checked it. I didn't see Pester on there.
Karma and I match.
It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Marilee says the Sona drawings are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Hamburgers or hamburgers or tacos?
Mexican pizzas, but Taco Bell took that off the menu.
They did?
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Yeah, I still crushed.
Oh man, they're going downhill. Coffee or tea?
Neither. Hot chocolates, where's that? I hate both
chocolate.
coffee and tea.
Drawing or painting?
Oh, drawing by a landslide.
Drawing by landslide. T-shirts or sweaters?
Sweaters.
Sweaters are cozy. Fire or ice?
Ice. You can't really do very much with fire other than burn things, so.
Roses or daisies?
Just no.
Just no flowers.
No.
All flowers out. Every flower.
I'm allergic to all of them.
You're allergic. Oh, so that is definitely a none.
Ugly sweaters are still good as long as they're soft, okay?
Yeah.
Roses do taste better, but daisies smell better.
Beach or the mountains?
Mountains, in my opinion.
Well, you're in Raleigh. You're closer to the beach.
I spent way too much time on a beach. I don't want to be on the beach.
No more beaches.
They're fun, okay, but like, just no.
Circles or duchies?
I would say they're both equal.
Equality. So Razzie says cheese. Vacation or staycation?
Staycation, probably.
Yeah, we're all very antisocial here at times. Zip up hoodie or pullover hoodie?
Zip up, I think.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree. Spring or fall?
Winter is personal opinion.
Bowling or mini golf?
Bowling.
Pepsi or Coke?
Don't like soda.
Yeah, me either. We have a couple more. Tattoos or piercings?
This is difficult because body modifications are just good.
It's all good.
If we're talking in character designs, piercings, but in physical, tattoos.
Tattoos win. Muffins or cupcakes? Oh, not this again. Neither.
Yeah.
Still the strudels, isn't it?
Strudels are just bite-sized. They're perfect.
The strudels are perfect. That's going to be the theme of. It's going to be the theme of BRFF 2023.
It better. I will literally just. Who cares about fursuits when you just got a giant strudel costume?
StrudelCon. Early mornings or late nights?
They're kind of both the same if you think about that.
Whoa. Pumpkin pie or apple pie? I don't remember writing that one.
I gotta say pumpkin.
Punky pie. Last one, Marvel or DC?
Marvel
is the winner tonight. That might factor into our next panel.
Like, in a small sense, DC's got some like good movies on its own, but Marvel's I just like how rounded out the universe is. So
yeah, it's very well done. They took a long time to do that. At this time, though, I would like to use the remainder of our time to open up Q&A to the audience. If you have a question for Rhys about the world of furry, about art creation, about anything as silly as cake versus pie, I'll pick out a question.
To my dad.
What?
I will debate cake versus pie to my dad. So drink or beverage? They're literally the same thing. Drink
or beverage?
It's literally the exact same. Yeah.
I don't remember saying that one.
No, it was just asked in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I was going to pick them out in case anybody needs to be booted. But if you want to start answering them, that's fine too.
I don't know. I'm just like reading on my notes.
What is Rhys's aesthetic?
Let's see. Dark cryptids and forests, astral planets.
Nice. Those are good vibes. What is your position on Hawaiian pizza, says Major?
My mom likes it, personally I don't. But I like BLT pizzas, so.
Whoa. BLT pizza?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
What is BLT pizza?
It's BLT pizza. It's exactly what you think of it.
I have concerns.
No, it's great. It's amazing.
Why?
It's just really good, okay?
Okay.
There's no cheese on it.
Pizza. Like, this is like iceberg lettuce on a gooey pizza.
Not a gooey pizza.
Marilee asks, if you could become one Fursona for a day, which would it be?
Okay. Well, Apollo is kind of my immediate answer with that because he is me. But if I wanted to actually, if I could inhabit the,
it's cut out.
Like me. If I could inhabit one specific character and gain all their traits and whatever, I'd probably inhabit Laz or Atlas, either one. Both of them are like just hugely inspirations for me. I don't know.
Razzie asks, do you have a favorite Fursona color combination?
As long as it works well together, I don't care.
Yeah. Never been really good at color theory, but I think there is probably something instinctual, isn't there? Or like if you're used to coloring.
I hate coloring, but I like colors.
I don't want to work with colors, but man, I admire it. Let's see. Twitchy Bear asks, what is your favorite noodle style?
You're asking somebody who's half Asian, specifically Indian. That's not a question you can ask with a straight answer, and that will not take a couple of minutes to answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is fair. I mean, they're all so good.
You cannot take noodles lightly.
Can't take those noodles lightly. Marxist Strat, Marxist Strat asks if you could commission a fursuit of your Sona by any maker, who would it be? What's your dream maker?
Okay, that's going to be a difficult question because I have lots of them, but very specific to the characters. But personally, one of my favorites, like all time, has just to be Multicolored Bark. Just because like they were one of the first suit makers I ever saw. So their work just really inspires me to. Someday I'll get there.
There's a lot of talented makers up and coming in this fandom. It's incredible. Let's see. Razzie asks, do you have a favorite feral Fursona species? I'm going to go ahead and say that you're going to say cats.
Weirdly, no.
Oh.
Yeah, no, weasels.
Weasels? I love weasels. Like ferrets?
They're great. Well, ferrets, like any mustelid in general, like there's just a diversity that people get into them. Out of any sort of species that you could have, weasels just have a huge variety of colors and just shapes and inspiration you can take with them, and they're packed with personality. So it's always really cool to see a weasel Sona or something, and especially if they're in ferret form, because they are just they're just tube cats. Yeah.
It's wonderful. If you can get past people in chats being like, haha, you're a weasel, you stink. If you can get past that, having a weasel Fursona is wonderful.
They don't stink.
They don't stink.
No, they don't. They really
don't.
Set
the record straight.
The only ones that stink are ferrets if they're completely unspayed and they're not healthy. This is going well. That's Atlas right there.
My connectivity issues are embarrassing. All right. Favorite video game or movie? Asks Superhero.
Hard question. My dad's a hardcore movie person and gaming person, but generally my first go-to game is Tetris. So
that is way more retro. That is retro revive as it gets.
Yeah.
I've never actually played Tetris. I've played Pong, but never Tetris.
Tetris has so many different variants. It's just amazing.
Let's see. Major asks, I don't know. Major asks something like that's a little vintage these days, but we'll see if you get these references. Redwall or Secret of Nim?
I've heard both of those. Don't know what they are.
Redwall is a book series about rats, mice, different animals in this sort of medieval kingdom, and it has its entire lore with it. And there's like 20 books. I mean, like, this became his life, publishing these. And his name is Brian Jacques, I believe. And I understand that there's going to be an adaptation on Netflix eventually. Secret of Nim is a Don Bluth animated film from, I believe, the 80s. If I'm not mistaken, it's from the 80s. It was actually one of the first animated films to use flashlight backlighting that would glow through gels in characters' eyes, and they'd photograph that, and it was amazing. How tactile that is. That's probably more information than you needed to know about either of those things, but
gives me something to check out. Though on that sort of thing, I'd say neither of those because I don't know them, but personally, what's it? Inkspell? Hold on.
Superhero is pointing out that Nim started as a book, and I didn't know it did. That's interesting.
Inkspell by Cornelia Funke. Like, that series of books is incredible. It sounds a lot like what Redwall is, but it's people that can speak words into life. And there's a really cool Martin character in there. I love the books and just the world and everything.
Like a Pine Martin?
Yep.
That's adorable.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. But that's a really good book series.
AMR asks, what is your favorite species to draw? And what about a favorite hybrid species to draw or not draw? That's quite a loaded question. There's about 3 questions in there, but we'll start with your favorite species to draw.
Okay, so don't have one. I just like the variety. Being able to just work with skull types and just like body ways, see if I can figure out how to work the bones, which is so bad sounding, but like just doing that, bringing the actual essence of the characters and the creatures in there is really cool.
Is it difficult to sort of switch gears when you sort of have this style embedded in your head and you know how you want to go about drawing an animal? Do you have to like really stop and think about the anatomy of the animal and how they might stand or how they might pose? Is that difficult?
Sometimes the specific like bone structure, like most of the time I'll do like a little bit of practice if it's an uncommon species here or there. Like if I'm drawing in a hooved animal, I'll just sort of brush up on hooves anatomy, so just make sure that I'm actually sketching it right.
So what about your favorite hybrid species? And AMR asks, to draw and not draw.
Not drawing probably has to be anything like severely equine that's like really obscure enough not to have a reference. But
that's
yeah,
every
like
artist's nightmare.
Oh god, yeah. If there's like a physical reference material that I can go off of, even if it's just something from a video game, I can usually work around it. It's fine.
Right. Let's see. Do we have any more questions from the Twitch audience? I don't think that was a question meant for us, but it says unicorn.
Well, I think Farthest asked a question on PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox.
PlayStation, Nintendo, or what?
Xbox. That's a hard one, but generally I've used Nintendo for the majority of my life because they're portable, so you can take them on planes.
Dragon asks, favorite book series? I believe Inkspell is what you said, right?
It's a good series, but it's not my favorite. Honestly,
what's your favorite?
Now you want out.
It's a cat. It wants in and out at both times. It is Schrodinger's cat.
But not in a box. Okay, but yeah, book series wise, my mom's a teacher, sort of, but so I read a lot, but so I generally don't have a favorite book series. But if you want to DM me, I can talk about books for hours. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could also talk about books for hours, so you shouldn't get me started. Falu says, I just got here, but favorite game?
Tetris, but Portal is also good. Portal's also good. Let's see what's on my desktop at the minute. Currently I've got Stardew Valley, Spore, Sims, more Spore, Minecraft, Tetris, a bunch of Oculus games. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Razzie asks, do you have any favorite furry game at all? Or any in general? I don't really know what constitutes as a furry game, do you?
I do know. Generally, actually, I don't consume a lot of furry mediums in games because generally, it's hard to figure out where to get them and source them. However, when it comes to board games, we pick up a lot. So there's some really cool board games that have come out. I can't remember the names of them, but I'll see about like posting them in the BRFF Discord.
Okay.
They're really cool. There's some really good board games out there.
You have my curiosity. I'm a board game addict.
We have thousands. We have literally 3 closets full of board games, and also a huge trailer full of board games.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
There's too many.
There's just too many.
Yeah.
If you could shapeshift into any animal, what would it be?
Weirdly enough, a frog.
Hoppy.
I just see how they jump. Like, what does it feel like when they jump?
Wow, that is a very good question. When you're an animal that small, time is just so different to you. So somebody could be walking
How
really
did
slowly. Yeah, but that's the real question. How did they jump? How are you doing that? You are made of spaghetti. Jump, 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 says Mara Lee.
Yep.
Raz is into Monopoly. Raz, that game is 6 hours long.
I mean, it's my brother's favorite game, so like we have like 8 different versions of Monopoly, and he whoops us all at every single one of them. It's a pain.
Raz, when we are not in the vortex that is VRFF, I will one day play Monopoly with you, and you can beat me mercilessly.
I think there's a version of Monopoly.
Rhys is invited too. It'll be great.
I'll invite my brother and see who wins. It's a standoff Monopoly.
This is favorite.
Gotcha.
We have time for a couple more questions. AMR asks, favorite superpower?
I am a anime addict, and Boku no Hero is one of my favorite all time so far. So that's a little bit difficult. But generally, the best conceptual one that I've come up with yet is the ability to change percentages.
Just change what?
Percentages of literally anything. So you could change the percentage of waking up to a bathroom full of macaroni and cheese to 100%.
Whoa.
Or also like jack of all trades if you want to go a little bit simpler than that. Just like because being jack of all trades, master of none, but better than master world. Like you might be able to not have like you'll be able to create a good enough cure for cancer. Literally anything you do.
It's good enough. Good enough. It'll do.
It's something.
That's incredible. Dregor Dragon says, what does your mother teach?
A little bit of everything. In tech, general high school, K through 8, I think. She's currently getting her degree in instructional design. She's doing really well at it. It's really cool.
Wow. Mind blown. Oh, yeah. I hope that doesn't get copyrighted. That's someone else's catchphrase, not mine.
It's a word, it's fine.
All right, I will take one more question if anyone has it. Going once. Going twice. Okay. I think everybody is questioned out. Favorite breakfast food? Mar says, favorite breakfast food.
Breakfast? I don't know her.
I guess this sort of ties into the question earlier of whether you like to be up in the morning or not.
Maybe strudels, though.
Strudels. Favorite drawing program?
Oh, that's a lot of... This is a lot of questions.
It is. We'll
favorite restaurant? Too many. Drawing program? Clip Studio by far. Music genre? EDM.
Boom. That was beautiful. Super fire.
Yep.
All right. So, Rhys, thank you so much for being our guest of honor this year. It is just wonderful.
I'll tell you whatever I needed to do.
Anthro Artist Olympics jumping into the next panel. So if you want to see Rhys drawing for the next couple of hours, we have a panel called Lights, Camera, Fursona.
I'll actually be trying to do stuff this time.
We will also be designing characters in this program. You might be drawn to walk away with a completely new character to call your own tonight. I'll also need ref sheets of your very own to use in the panel to cast in different movies. Yes, we're making movies in the Blue Ridge Furfare Film Studio. It's a very serious panel. You need to go into the Telegram or Discord announcement channel if you haven't already and drop your ref sheets in now and fill out some of the character prompt cards. Rhys has made some tremendous merch for Blue Ridge Furfare, which you can get on everything from a mug to a blanket that is this big and it's all beautiful and incredible. And we're going to be running a sale on our store tomorrow. Outside of that, let Rhys know how incredible they have been. They're still asking questions. I was like, what? Whoa. Classical metal or modern?
Honestly, both. Because you got Skrillex stuff that's pretty good. You've also got like just some like really old Metallica's really good. But then you've also got just what's their name? Brain farts today. Okay, there's just some all over. Artists are amazing. So.
All right. Well, everybody, we'll see you. Both of us will be here next 2 hours. Lights, camera, Fursona. Can't wait to see y'all.